Now, good morning, good afternoon, good day. Fantastic day, as a matter of fact. Fantastic 3 days. Our streak of the earnings reversal, the 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal trade that I feature on the website, 244 in a row have worked. We're almost on our 1 year anniversary since we started tracking these trades. 244 in a row. And today we had two more. If you want to count the lesser version of what we love, you could say we did five of these trades because Boeing was a decent short twice because of the range breaks that we like so much. But really the reversal trade, and going back, we had the Bank of America, and then we had the Halliburton, and today was Boeing. We had the Alcoa a couple days ago. Obviously, the pins trade has been phenomenal, but sticking with the 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversals, all the weed stocks this morning fit the criteria. I'll show you on the chart in a second. Texas Instruments is the classic reversal trade today. I'll show you why. Texas Instruments still in right now, working it, looking for 120, but we're in from 116. So this is the last lot. We're just milking it right now. You know, obviously, I wish I could say I was in a ton more, but Snap was also the other earnings reversal too. Gapped up yesterday, big news. They were ripping the stock, and next thing you know, rolled over and died. And then today they gapped it up slightly. As soon as it rolled over and died, we shorted it, made only 12 cents on it, but then we got stopped out at 12.25. But then when it rolled over, that's the trade that we were looking for. Re-entered the 12s on the $12 break and crushed it, down to 11.50, where most of the trade was done at 11.50. It did go down to 11, I think, but we were out of the trade by then. But again, what we try to do is just make the meat in the middle using the high quality setups that we normally get paid on, like the lift trade. No reason not to be long that lift once it triple bottomed on 55. Actually turned that one into a swing trade. We're out of it now because I'm not going to stay in a stock. Anything that goes against me now, we're out because there's another idea coming around the bend. Why stick with anything right now? Completely flat except for Funko right now. Still own the Funko. By the way, PCG was a range reversal. I'll go through all these trades right now. I just want to make sure the chart and the chat and all this stuff is working right now. So let's go to the dashboard and take a look at what's happening.
Leaderboard helps you invest early with winning stocks picked by our team of experts. Select the stock to see current analysis. Check the chart.
Now, is this live? I think it is. All right, you want to do a trade right now? Ameren just went in the green, and now you're looking for it to break this half number.
You want to do a trade right now?
Ooh. But right now, again, this is why I don't trade too much. If I stop right now, my day is perfect. I have no losses. The only thing I've done wrong was selling some of the Texas Instruments and covering most of the Snap and missed a big chunk of that. Not participating in this massive weed reversal trade today. So kind of blew that. So the way I look to do 3 or 4 trades a day. Usually after that, you're not finding so many great ideas. Texas Instruments, obviously. BSX was one of them. Pinterest. Today was a rare day. Did 9 trades and still looking for more because there is still more activity going on. And I'll love any stock that, here, let me just try to get you those charts up, but I don't think I can't trade and do this trade at the same time, but let me just maneuver this. I still got some BSX on if you want to watch this one. This one became, 1 minute multi-day. Yeah. Oh no, my wife. Yeah. We're. Oh, I had a cave in. I don't know if you're talking about the same thing I'm talking about, but anyway, got some Amarin right here, 1848 right now. Chased it a little bit. Normally, I'm the guy. I want to buy it as it's going green, but I like half number breaks. So Amarin here at 1848. And the way I trade, if I got 1,000 shares, which I don't right now, I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm just trading for shits and giggles right now just to see if this trade works. But my boys are in it right now. I supply the info. That's what I do. Today is an amazing day. I mean, yesterday was classic also, but today we had earnings reversals, we had breakouts. Yesterday was all about Pinterest and all about Twitter. We just played the breakouts, wasn't real reversals. And today we're back to getting our money out of the reversals. So then if you want to trade something else, at least you're playing with house money. Texas Instruments was amazing. Amarin, we should be in this thing from 1839, but 1848, so far so good. 1,000 shares, you're already up $80 right now. So now, if I had 1,000 shares, which I don't, I got 200. So if I had 1,000 shares right now, hey, I'm sorry, I thought this microphone was on too. I'm in Amarin right now, it just went green. I think you saw it on the screen by default. But I was just talking to the guys on YouTube about the progress that we do and what we try to do here. We're focusing our attention on the high probability trades. These reversals have been working phenomenally. Stone was one, STNE today. I'll show you all these on the chart in a second. But BSX right now, what it did was it's very thick, huge volume, but it's really not ripping, not doing anything. It's just a slow staircase up. But the slow staircase up can go two ways. Sometimes the staircase up, they hit that one price, and then it's elevator down. But this one, you got your staircase up, and each time it's consolidated, it's still held the level from where it came. By the way, Amarin, come on, baby. By the way, I'm just kidding. I have 15,000 shares of Amarin at 1847 right now. I'm going to start selling right into this move right here. This is me selling right there to you. 61 sold. 62 sold. I'll put out 500 share blocks right now. And now I don't even care. I'm looking for 1875 on the rest. Now that I've sold half of my position here at 1861 and 62, if it goes to 1875, that's just icing on the cake right now. Sold half my position. Now I'm on the offer. 1867, that's me. 1873, that's me. So if they spike it, I'm already looking to sell this thing. I don't care. You give me a couple thousand shares of something, I make 12 cents on it, that's 240 bucks. Boom. Here you go. 65s are trading. 66s are trading. Come on. Amarin, what's up? And you know how much I hate this stock, but I'll trade anything that reverses because these trades work. And that's the reason that you might still want to be in some of that BSX. I wish I had 20,000 shares of the Amarin, but I don't trade like that anymore. I'm just here to supply the info. So if you guys are paying for other things out there, like trade ideas, I don't mean to throw trade ideas under the desk, under the table, under the bus, whatever they say. I'm trade ideas. I'm trade ideas. Ain't no scanner better than this scanner. Scanners? Do you need scanners? I got fucking scanners. I got scanners. I got scanners on the frickin' gun turrets and scanners. Pelican. Oh, Pelican. Pelican fly. Oh, Pelican. I was only kidding. But Amarin, that's how I make a living. Give me a 12-cent trade on a reversal, a couple thousand shares. That's another day I don't have to get a real job. And now it's going to be 20 years since I've had a real job. So every day I'm trying not to get a real job. And sometimes these trades are 80 bucks, 120, 250, but they add up. And I don't own anything. By the way, BSX, come on. I mean, Jesus Christ, this is one boring stock, but you got new highs on BSX. Come on. BSX, people. Don't be afraid. Now you know exactly what your risk reward is right now. If it gets past this 95. You're looking for the 36. Breaks 36. You got some ticks in the pre-market at 36.25. But if it doesn't work, and again, if you're not in this trade, you've missed a pretty decent trade. If you're not in it yet, now you're risking basically 11 cents if you really wanted to enter it. Now, I'm not a big fan of entering trades at 11.42. Usually I'm cashing out and running from now. But, Ameren. I mean, look at this Ameren chart. Again, you don't see the charts. Let me see if I could get this to work on the fly. Hang on a second. So I'm going to go to screen grab, application, Thinkorswim, and share it. And if that worked as well as I think it just did, that's freaking awesome. I love when stuff works because nothing ever really works that easy for me. You should be looking at a BSX trade right now. This is what we call the ass crack VWAP break. You got this butt cheek right here, your double top's right there. Once it got over the VWAP and over the double top, which we call the ass crack, we're buying right here at 35.08. But here's what was really enticing. You already got paid on the trade from 35.08 to 35.38. You might have got stopped out taking your quarter right here, right? But look where it went to. It went back to the breakout price, never broke down, and it definitely didn't break the VWAP. So now, how about a revisit when it breaks over the larger ass crack and then the opening range break? So here you're buying it back, and if you didn't buy it back here, why not give it a shot right there as it's breaking the half, looking for it to get to the next hole, which is what we're basically in right now. We're not in it from the lot from down here anymore. This is the revisit lot at the half, looking for the hole, and obviously it's working, and you're looking for 36 now, and if 36 breaks, you're looking for 36.25. And let me just show you hang on a second. Let me just show you the Ameren trade. So again, as soon as I came on, right, here's your VWAP. Here's your multi-day VWAP. Should have been a buyer right here at 18.26, but I didn't see it. But then look what it did right here. Here's another range break, and you're breaking the opening highs, and you're going green. So I missed my entry here. I missed the entry at the 1840. But you know what? This move convinces me that it's probably going to go green. So why not buy some at 1839 as it's going green? But even if you chased it at 1847, you got your follow-through move, you take your profit, you put your stop at 1850 on the rest, and that's a profitable trade. And our boys are looking at Snap long now. Oh, they're already in Snap. So let's see what Snap's doing. All right. Now, again, by the way, the Nugget and the JNUG is crazy. That incredible action, the market, which never goes down, you'd think gold would still be going down, and it doesn't. So you buy it. Look at the JNUG now, kids. 707 entry, Nugget, 1585 entry. Look at these trades. And I never mentioned gold. Damn. Pretty sweet. So these guys are in Snap. Here's the story with the Snap. You got your little capitulation right there. It finally breaks the range at 11.11, and all it did was go down 5 more cents. Wham! Comes back into that range. Now you're coming out of that bottom range, and this is what we got, the reversion to the VWAP. So now if you got a stock that's sitting below the VWAP for this long period of time, a lot of times the shorts, they don't want to be short, especially if it stuff's coming off the lows. It's already held a whole number. Now you're coming out of that first range right here, 1120. You're trying to get to the top of that last range. So now if this thing was to break 1139, your next area is around 1147, which still could be, again, if you're in it now, you know your risk, you know your reward, you got some targets. This thing gets back above that VWAP and to that half number. Next thing you know, no one's going to want to be short, especially in a market that never goes down. Ever. Ever, never, never, ever. It never goes down. Ever. So, again, there was so many trades today that worked. If you just did that at Ameren, or maybe you're in this Snap right now, the last thing you want to do is just ruin your day. So now you tighten the stops up. Maybe you take less size. You don't want to ruin a great day. Because even if it's just one loss, if you end off on a loss, your brain is going to tell you that you need to do one more trade because you hate to go out like a sucker. And then imagine that next trade's a loss. And then suddenly you've eaten away at your day a little bit more and you're twice as pissed off. So again, that's usually what happens to most traders. They just don't know when to walk away. So I'm happy the Amarin worked. I'm flat right now. These guys got some BSX. You got some snap. Let me just go back to that BSX. You just hit 35.99. You know, that was your target. Maybe you get some more out of it. Maybe you don't. But look at Texas Instruments, 18.99. The market's starting to, you know, chop back down. Most of these trades could be over. We're going into 12 o'clock. It's another beautiful winning day. There's no reason that you'd have to stick around, you know? Thanks, man. So let's see if this works again. So now when you go to YouTube right now, it looks like it's just one blurry chart. I mean, am I just, you know, is it blurry? Because it shouldn't be blurry. I think you got to change the settings maybe. Oh, I see why. I got to click on HD. Ah. See, why is it at default to HD? It's another stupid thing. But anyway, Amarin trade. Still hanging there. Yeah, maybe you got stopped out. Again, it is what it is. You got paid. And by the way, Texas Instruments, holy cow. Hit that 18.99. Look at the 35.99. These are really just proof that the algorithms are just running this show like never before. These half number and whole numbers are just gorgeous trades. Sometimes that's all you get. So let's take a look at the snap a little bit longer. These guys are still loving their snap. I am not in the position. I was a shorter. Shorted it twice. First time. Let me just show you the anatomy of this trade right here. Again, because snap was so disturbingly weak, I don't care what you think. And again, trading is all about taking somebody else's money, right? So the snap people, the psychopathic snap people are reading the headline thinking this thing's going up today. Huge blowout quarter. They don't care that the stock already sold off yesterday after it spiked up to 13.69. To me, that's an indication that the stock was going to stay weak. And it didn't mean it was going to be weak. But as soon as it told me it was weak, I shorted it. Just like somebody came in, she's like, what are we doing with the snap? And I was like, I'll tell you in 5 minutes. So 5 minutes into the day, by the way, there goes that stone hitting new highs. I'll show you that trade too. That was another one of ours, STNE reversal. By the way, this snap trade, still milking it. These guys still got it. Nice trade. Oh, sorry. OCD just kicked in. What the hell was I just talking about? As soon as I change my freaking conversation, I forget what the hell I was just talking about. What was I just talking about? Idiot that I am. Maybe I should stop smoking. Was it snap? No. All right, the short. Right, the short and snap. Thank you. I'm a freaking idiot. I really am. I am what I would be. Actually, I truly am an idiot savant. Heavy on the idiot. I am savant with this trading because I am pretty damn good at it. But heavy on the idiot. Big time. So here's your snap trade. Let me just highlight it for the guys on YouTube. I got to adjust the charts on YouTube when I have to adjust the charts in my room. All right, so here you go. So the reason I was thinking about shorting it in the first place, obviously, is because of this move. Woo, man, short squeeze. It got annihilated after the squeeze. It tried to rally and then rolled. I'm thinking short. I'm thinking snap short, but I'm not going to short it just because I'm thinking short. So fast forward till today, they gapped it up slightly. I'm still thinking short unless it breaks over 1290, the peak from the aftermarket right there. That's why you want to watch the aftermarket, see some highs and lows, right? Fast forward to the next day. I'm already still thinking short. Now, why am I still thinking short? Look at this, pre-market VWAP break. The sellers are still in control, right? And then the coup de grace was when the market opens up. Immediately through the 1 minute, but then it breaks the range from the pre-market. We're shorting it here. And there was a one moment where it popped back up and we covered some flat, but then it rolled again and finally went red and we got short again at basically 11, basically at 12. Bang, bang, bang. My style of trading, see the money, take the money, 1175. I'm covering it and I'm covering the rest at 1150. I left a ton of money on the table, but you can't complain when you make money, even though you will complain and you should complain, you shouldn't complain. Because if you make money, it's a decent trade. By the way, Ameren out 1855, stopped out of the last lot. Flat on the day now, all winners. I mean, phenomenal day. Obviously, could have been ridiculous if we would have loaded up on some of those gold stocks. And let me just show you the gold and why it was an interesting trade if you guys are just joining me here. JNUG, what's up, homie? I don't know. Only reason I was looking at the JNUG is that the other day I noticed that they just crushed these things down about 50%. They're all worthless. Every single one of these things are worthless. All right, they reflect nothing at all. And if you think they do, you're wrong. They don't reflect mining stocks or the price of gold or what people think is happening in the gold market. It's just symbols. It's just letters and prices. They reflect nothing. And if you want to debate me, look at any long-term chart. They're all down. So if they reflected anything, one would be up, right? The negative one, that's the converse of the one that's good, would be up, right? Trust me, worthless. But when they do go green, they're exciting. So here you got a consolidation under the VWAP, even though these are not VWAP products. I just happen to be looking at it at the right time in the right place. VWAP break, 1 minute, multi-day VWAP reversal. You're a buyer at 7.25. And, and again, I'm not going to bullshit you. I didn't even do this trade, but some of the guys did. I was too busy watching Boeing and Texas Instruments. Here's your 725 move. You'd be a seller at 750, and you'd be a seller at 775. And then you'd be holding on to maybe your last lot looking for 8. But a $7 stock tacking on 70 cents. That's a 10% move, kids. Take you about 190 years to make that in a bank. And that was just one trade today. And these guys had the Twitter long on the reversal. The VFF. I want to see another gorgeous chart. Take a look at this thing. You know what it's going to look like, right, Taz? Oh, how about a 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal? You can't even see this thing as great as it was. Opens up. You got 1 minute of down, back above the VWAP, back above the opening range, back above a whole number. You're a buyer at 11. And even if you didn't get it on that immediate move, you got your 1 minute, you got your multi-day. For God's sakes, buy the stock. 11.20. And you're ripping at 12.50. What's up? Awesome. So let me just repeat, and I'm going to go take a moment to myself. This is the greatest trading market I've ever seen in 20 years. And what makes it even greater is that a guy that I respect and a group of guys that I respect on Twitter, I'm not going to drop their names, but guys that I respect and I know they're successful, stated the other day, this is the most difficult market I've seen to trade in a very long time. And here I am saying, what are you talking about? This is the easiest market I've ever seen to trade in. I'm not going to say it was as easy as 1999 when all you had to do was buy any stock that went green and it went up 20 points. But these reversals continue to work. And I don't know what anybody's talking about. Owning stocks sucks. Funko. PCG, Bed Bath & Beyond, WTW, Box, Clovis, INSG, Candy, MVIS, Overstock, Yext, Solo, Neo. Do you need me to keep going? Owning stocks blows. By the way, BSX, new highs. Who's in it? BSX, new highs. These guys are kicking ass now. See, I sold it for you guys. I sell, it goes. Still no reason to sell it. Every time it pulls back, it doesn't break down. And that's just what you call a trend. I'm not in it, but congrats if you're still in this one. I tried to buy the 36 calls for 30 cents. Nobody wanted to sell them to me, which was also an indication that the stock was going to go. If they would have given me those 36s, sorry, the 35.50s for 30 cents, apologize. I'm talking about the 35.50s I tried to buy for 30 cents. When they were sitting there at 30 cents and nobody gave me that print, that's when I knew this was going to be a good trade. Because remember, the market doesn't want to let you make money. I'll be right back.
A North Face bag.
Mom washed it somewhere. Call Mom, she knows. No, I'm off. I'm not. I told you, I don't look for stuff anymore. I have my own problems. See, now you set that. Now I got to look for it, right? You motherfucker. Hey, YouTube, is this thing still this? Oh, man, that BSX, you actually got paid a lot more on it. Wow. No, I don't like stocks. I legitimately hate every stock except for Pinterest right now. And by the way, I still own some Pinterest. I meant to tell you that. No, I got two stocks right now. I got Funko and Pinterest because I think Pinterest, once it gets back over 27.50, is going to go to 30. Every pullback on Pinterest has been a buy. Plus, I really don't like the company, and I like owning stocks that I don't want to own because it proves to me that, first of all, I don't know anything, and second of all, the ladies like it. The ladies, that's why Snapchat went back to $12, and that's why Facebook was $182. As much as I don't get what Pinterest does, I never understood Etsy. Etsy, it looks like it's kindergarten product. Somebody glues a bunch of stupid googly eyeballs on a stick and they put it up on Etsy and the stock goes up every day. I never got it, never understood it. Got that one wrong. So as soon as Pinterest came out, I bought it because I think it's worthless. So I bought the stock. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but this whole game is counterintuitive. So I was wrong about Etsy. I was wrong about, well, I didn't buy the Snapchat, but I had the right idea. So I wasn't going to blow it on this Pinterest. I'm still in it. I got it from the first day. I bought more at 25. Yesterday was a great trade because we got right from 25 to 27.50, and that was it. But I still held on to a little bit. So all I got right now, Funko, which is just a dog. But I'm addicted. It did kind of bottom out the other day, but it's holding on to its 1-year VWAP consistently. So I'm hanging in there with the Funko. And then, Pinterest, this thing again, if it gets over 27.75, we're going right to $30. So I don't mind owning this for a couple of days. And I'm just using today's low as my out. So anytime a stock rolls over and breaks the low of the day, that'll be where I get out of my swing trade. A lot of times just sacrificing money using that philosophy, but usually that's the best time to sell it. You could use a 1-minute VWAP, but yeah, generally your stock's going to flirt with the 1 minute once or twice throughout the day. If it's a swing trade, you want to kind of hang on to it a little bit longer. But if you guys are interested out there on YouTube, I'm going to offer you something that usually is only reserved for my main guys. Now that earnings season is here. Oh, by the way, this is still on. I'm not sure if this is broadcasting. You guys are still there on YouTube? Let me get a sound check. Check, check. Check 1, 2. I have no idea if this is on still. Siblings, 1.
Check, check.
Oh, that's on. There you go. So Thursday nights, I do what I call the Thursday night options schmooze. We have a few drinks. We talk about guns and weed for a little bit. And then we start looking at companies that reported earnings that we could set up some option plays for on a Friday. Because generally Friday is the best day to trade options. You're trading the same option contract for pennies on the dollar because they're about to expire 6 or 7 hours later in the day. But if you get a reversal on off Friday, you are going to make a lot of money because now you're able to trade a Boeing or a Texas Instruments or a BSX for, nickels and dimes where you don't have to lay out. Yeah, man. Sometimes I get a little bit too in the bag, as they say, and then I just completely lose my mind. But there's usually a good 2 or 3 hours of information before I start drooling on the keyboard. But keeping it real. But yeah, I had one of those moments the other day where my body said, "You gotta just chill." Took like a 2-hour snooze in the middle of the day. Just my body just shut off. I'm getting old. All right. So my boys and girls, this day is over. For me, at least. That BSX, you got paid. Congrats. You held that whole move. Awesome call. So right now, if you don't notice, the entire screen is going awash with red. Only thing going higher is VIX products. So now we got a really weird day. You got the gold ETFs. You got your VIX ETFs are going higher. You got some blow-off tops. You got your Twitter struggling now. Snap was a short. BSX kind of topped out just there. Pinterest kind of topped out. We're going into the noon, the 12 to 2 area where, most of the time you don't want to be trading. But this market's still in flux right now, and I'm seeing some ideas. If you can catch some of these blow-off tops, you're probably going to start retracing to VWAPs. So where's that Boeing now? Just hanging out at the VWAP. And what was some other ones that we were looking at? How PCG doing? That stock. Oh my God, talking about sideways. Holy shit. Look at that thing. That's awful. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to call it. You know, again, I can go out one of my better days, you know, 8 for 8. I mean, it's pretty sick. See you, buddy. I mean, again, some of my trades I make $4.15 on. I'm not going to bullshit you. Sometimes I put on like 12 shares just to be a part of it, so, you know, and for you guys. And it's easier to keep an eye on something because when you have it on the P&L, you could see it in the P&L, plus it goes on the ticker, plus you see it a little bit better, plus you know if it's moving or not. Yeah, some of these trades, you know, I goof around with. But, you know, the Snap was the payday. Boeing was the payday. Made a couple of shekels on Ameren when I went live just now. BSX, you know, that one was all you. And let's see what Snap's doing right now. Well, stab me in the face. Look at you guys. You got the 1150 anyway. Nice trade. These guys are kicking ass without me now. That was awesome, dude. Wow. Nice. These guys picked these Snap up right off that bottom. There's a little bit of a range there. So 1120. See how it came out of that range? Right there. And then it pulled back and held it, the 1120. That's where they got it. And again, you got 30 cents on an $11 stock. Fantastic. Awesome. So again, collectively, talking about 8 or 9 points today. If you want to throw the gold in there, it's 3 points right there. Made about 2 points short in the Boeing. I go through the laundry list of trades. I mean, Stone was not bad for 40 cents. Wound up going up another $1. Phenomenal. PCG made about 40 cents on that trade. That one we got out right at this great spot. Texas Instruments made $1 on that. So again, this is why I ask people, why own stocks? Look at Texas Instruments right now. The guy that owns the stock, you just wasted all that money. We sold this thing now at $118.25. Not such a bad price now. Look at it now, $117.25. Right? So if you're able to make a couple of points, and again, I always go back to AMD for some reason to explain this idea. Right? You got AMD. You love AMD. You can't get enough of AMD. How much money can you afford to keep in AMD? Let's say you got 1,000 shares. You got $30,000 locked up in AMD. What's a good trade on AMD? If you're buying it here at 28 bucks, right? 10%, what is that? 280. 20%, talking about 6 points, right? 6 point trade on a $28 stock, you're kicking ass, right? So you're up 6 points. Let's say the stock goes up 50 freaking percent. Holy shit, what a move. You're in at 28, the stock's up 50 freaking percent. What are you up? 14 points. Maybe it takes you about 18 months to do that. We make a couple of points a day without having to own anything. I choose not owning. I choose not to own because owning for me is Clovis. Owning for me is INSG. Owning for me is Ameren. Basically nowhere, right? We make money trading Ameren most of the time, right? Maybe it's only a 20-cent trade. But if you've owned Ameren since November 5th, guess what? It's going to be May 5th next week. The stock is the same exact price. Owning stocks? Funko. Bought the stock at 1985. Was a champ that day, right? Held the jiggle. Stock pops back to 22.50. Goes back down, goes back up. 3 months later, Funko, I'm losing 50 cents on the trade. Stock ownership blows. It blows. So for every apple that someone's thinking, well, I bought Apple at 160, man. This thing's at 207. I love stock ownership. Do ya? Of course, there's going to be an example where, of course, you could have made money. Look, if I got my dad on the line right now, he'd be smacking me right in the face, laughing at me. Son, you told me to buy the Qs at 46 bucks. I haven't sold them since. They're at 190. What's that about trading? I've told my dad to sell the Qs now legitimately 5 times over the last 18 months. And he laughed at me every single time. Because he believes the bullshit that I fed him about 8 or years ago that we might be on a 20-year bull market cycle, and he bought into it. And now, especially after we've sold off in September, October, November, December, we've now set the pick for another 18 months of straight up, which we're now, 4 months in? So again, obviously, diamonds, Qs, and SPYs, you can't go wrong. But that's not the way I roll. I again, I haven't been in the diamonds, the Qs, or the SPYs since, last, July, August. My dad's owned Cisco for 20 freaking years. Killing it in that stock. I really can't think. I can't even think more than 3 days out at this point. And that's my time, people. So I'm going to go pat myself on the back. All winners. Probably should have milked some of these trades a little bit better, but, Texas Instruments now, I'm feeling much better about that trade. Obviously, wish I would have joined in on that VFF and your little snap there and the BSX. But one thing's for sure, you guys are seeing it right. Stay disciplined and take what you can get, because tomorrow's going to be the exact replica of what you saw today. Some trades are going to be better than others. Some are going to be awful that you got to take your quick loss on. Some are going to go more when you get out of them, and some are going to tank after you get out of them. End of the day, it's generally the same day over and over again. And with the skills that I could provide you and the skills that Solid Jello will provide you with your VWAP and your range breaks, and especially now we're going to do the Thursday option schmooze. I think I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to visit some colleges, put a bullet in my head. Yeah, I'm going to Villanova to go visit with my son, as if he's going to Villanova. Going to visit St. Joe's. Might go to visit Penn State while we're out there. And then I'd probably be home by 7 o'clock tomorrow. And we'll get right into options. Because if I'm ever going to just smoke a bowl or two, it'll be after visiting colleges. All right? That's my time, y'all. I'll be back at 2 o'clock to check up on you. Solid Jello, if you haven't noticed, is the man. And if you don't listen to him, then you're just forsaken. You're just being forsook. I'll see you in about an hour and a half. All right? Be careful out there, kids. A lot of action. See ya. All right, Yahtib. You guys know where to find me, right? If you guys want to hear some more VWAP, to the point where your ears will start to bleed, my boy's coming on the air in about 15 minutes. And he'll be talking. He's got his own little setup, too. He's got something called the 1 hour VWAP. Really cool. The anti-VWAP. And if you're looking at my charts, basically I stick with the standards. I got the 1 minute is your blue. Multi-day is your dotted orange. My deviation bands, I put them in light gray because they don't really apply too much for me. But my red lines are the ranges that I draw myself. And then I just basically use the VWAP as my guide. And every day has been pretty good. So far, so good. We are on a massive streak of reversals, especially around these earnings reports. Oh, yeah. John, baby, I was out at 22.50. What a trade. I was down to my last 120 shares at that point, but 22.50 out? again, that day I was looking for 25, but as soon as it rolled over, I got no allegiance to any of this crap. Like my boy who sold Jemima at 50. He said, well, you said it could go to 50, so I held it to 50. Dude sold it at 50. Awesome trade. I don't know if you're out there, but awesome. Awesome. I mean, I was out of that stock. That was the day I lost power in my house and my internet was out. I traded it from 27 to 30, and then I watched it go to 50. Ugh. Sick. All right, but again, this casino, nobody gives anything free. So I'd stay in the casino if I knew there was a drink coming or a massage or some strange woman pretends that she likes me. Then I have to figure out whether or not she's a prostitute. None of that's happening here. So I'm going to leave. And by the way, that BSX trade, guys, you just kicked that stock's ass. Awesome sell there. Yeah. The thing about the VWAP, what I didn't get if it would work is that cryptos are open 24/7, right? So I didn't know how VWAP would apply, but somebody tells me there's a 24-hour VWAP that he watches. Exactly. Any woman that comes up next to you in Vegas, they don't want to be your friend. They're not just trying to get to know you. But you play the game. You play the game for about 10 or 15 minutes. And then you just kind of subtle, try to be subtle about it. So what's this going to cost me? Oh, I'm not a prostitute. Yeah, sure you're not. Oh, yeah? Well, hey now. What's up, y'all? Check this out. Wait, before I go, let me just show you what I'm rocking right now. Wait, hang on. I've lost my ability to do anything. Where'd it go? Nope, that ain't it. I lost the window. Oh, there she blows. Let's go. Let's see if I click this. See, it doesn't go back. Click that. I got the UVXY beard going. I got lazy a couple of days ago. I just didn't feel like shaving the rest. If I ever look like Heisenberg right now, right? But if you guys watch the show Happy, I look like the main gangster now. He's got the little kind of thing. I'm not going to grow that and twist it, but I appreciate it, man. I've been working out too. We'll see how it all goes when I'm 50. I appreciate it, man. All right, I'm outie. I'll see you guys. I'll probably come back again, but yeah. Ooh, hang on a second. I got an alert. Normally wouldn't even think about trading, but I gotta check this out. We're late. Levi's just got an alert, but that alert's 20 cents too late, and I'm not buying anything at 12.20. Man, look at the volume on Levi's. Nobody's there. Man. All right, y'all. It's always nice to have a few people show up. Spread the word. Tell your mom. Tell your cousins. Tell your sister's uncle's friend who thinks he knows everything. Join us every day live. I go for 3 hours a day, baby. Baby. All right, on that note. Abe, if you're out there, and Jimmy, if you're out there, no matter what you said about me, I still love you, Jimmy. I know it's an emotional business. You were angry. I forgive you. I know how it is. I know how you get consumed with hate and fury. But once you release it, you feel a lot better, right? I'm still waiting for your triumphant return, Jimmy. I'm ready to help you, and I'm sure I could. A day like today, you're in and out at 8 different trades. Uh-oh. Wow. I got to get the fuck out of here. All right, y'all. I'll see you guys either later on today, but if not, tomorrow at around 9 o'clock. If I don't go live here, you guys should know the usernames and the passwords right now. I'm not going to say it because we just changed it. If you want in, email me at thewarlock@hitthebid.com. I'll give you another couple of weeks and make some money. Again, I don't think anybody's doing what I do. You know, I help you make money so you could afford to stay with me. I don't think anybody does that. Nobody does that. See ya.